Welcome back, this is Jack. We're going to be using the Heavy Bowgun. Now, I'm going to spoil something for you. I have gotten to use the Heavy Bowgun a little bit already. That's more because my recording setup keeps getting messed up, and I'm not able to show off things. Basically, those videos are completely unusable to me for various reasons. Sometimes it's because the audio is not being recorded. Sometimes it's because it's in a format I can't use because I did some dumb stuff. Anyway, more importantly, though, I'm going to show you a couple things I found out in those playthroughs. One of which, and this is the most important, is how to mount up. That's one way right there. There's a shortcut in the initial build. You can sprint by holding what's the equivalent of R1. And you guys know I'm going to be using PlayStation terminology because that's what I know it off the top of my head. And then the other way is if you look next to where my health potion is, that blue box, you'll be able to see additional options in there, including commanding your pets to do things, including mount up. Now, I'm not going to make you watch me sprint all the way there. Next thing you'll see will be me in the fight. So, be back. Okay, so here's the creature. Now, to get off, you just got to press B. Now, one of the big issues, I think, when it comes to the silk bind attacks, the Heavy Bowgun got gypped a lot. But it got what I just did there, which is charge up attack. You can charge up almost all of the bullets you can get. That was me using normal ammo. Nothing special about it, just a normal shot. The one you have infinite of. Normal 2 can still charge it up. And it does 38 damage versus the 19 that a fully charged... I'll show you what a normal shot uncharged looks like. About 21. So it's not a stupid amount, but it's inconsistent with what ammo you're using. So maybe using the you can charge up the sticky ammo. And I've actually stuck it to one of the small ones. But that's okay, because the explosion's rather big. And it carries over to the explosive. So, now, because the damage is not as that big of an increase as of right now, because there might be some mods that change that later, it may not be worth 100% using the charge every time except for as an opener. Unless it's a special type of ammo that would make it worth it, like maybe slicing or piercing ammo. This creature's too small, otherwise I'd be testing it out with slicing ammo. Spread, still not as much. And you do lose the charge if you roll like that. However, to do a silk bind attack with the bowgun, you have to aim like you're going to, hold R1, and then you press the button you want, which would either be X or A. So, for instance... Okay, this is something I wanted to... There we go, got it. So this is the new version of clutch clawing onto a creature. I'm just going to launch it, because they're facing each other. And now I can ride this one, and do the same thing. But it's the new version of clutch clawing. I don't know actually how to trigger it. I just happen to have gotten lucky and noticed it said do it. Ow. Now, when it comes to silk bind attacks, though, as I said before, I think as an actual thing, I think this weapon got gypped. Now, here's why. This is me pressing A. Not that, sorry. I forgot to actually hold R1. I'm just going to go ahead and burn through what little ammo I've already accumulated. There we go. All right. It's just that. You get a rapid pull in a specific direction. Now, it's great if you're using it to close in on a target who's either running away or is already fast moving. You know, because this is just the demo and it won't carry over. I'm not going to worry about its gear. And the other one I'm just going to go ahead and show you here because it really makes no difference. There's probably a use for it. I don't care to. So, I'm going to hold L2, R1, and then this. Uses both of them, and you're basically planted. Now, I can't attack like that either. But, I'm assuming it will go into auto block mode with your weapon. I haven't really tested it out perfectly because I haven't been able to get a good timing on it. In all the videos I've done. But I do know for a fact you don't move. If you get hit, you don't move. So if there's an attack coming you can't get out of the way of, you're just not wanting to lose your footing, that might be worth it. Otherwise, this one's good because it can get you behind the target. And it charges pretty quickly too, actually. And it's not even towards the creature all the time either. You can do it to the sides. If I had been more of mind, I could have done it just then to escape. So that's probably the premier one I would care about, because the biggest weakness that have always been for me is that heavy bowguns are so immobile. Now, mind you, you're not invulnerable while doing that. If they hit you while you're moving, you're still hit. That's something you have to be mindful of. But because the one that you're using in this one has the shield property on it, I'm able to block a bit. Now, I don't know if they changed that at all, like how it actually works. And you can use it to retreat like I just did. Now, the only weapon that, or the only ammo type that right now I don't think that you cannot charge up is the cluster bomb. You cannot charge it up. Just pulling the trigger will automatically launch it, which is okay because it's already pretty powerful as it is. But all the elemental you can. So if I was fighting a creature that was more water oriented, then I could definitely do a thing with that. I just kind of wish that the second Silkbind was more of a reload feature, or you're planted so that you don't have any recoil, so you could use like a heavy gun, a heavy shot that would normally send you flying. I think that would have been a little bit better than what they gave us. Mind you, once again, I'm not a theory crafter. I'm not one of the people who break apart the nuts and bolts of the game. I'm just looking at it as a very basic player. You basically get an attack that an ability you can do if you weren't holding your weapon, as if you were holding your weapon. I suddenly can't fire. There you go. Oh, it's because I still have the Gatling gun out. That's why. Now, I did find out to pick those up, you actually do have to. Now, let's see if I can. I don't know what it's doing. Hang on. Oh, he's dying. But for some reason, it wouldn't let me do my Silkbind attack. So let's go catch up with them, and then we'll go ahead and finish this up. Now, as I said before, all of your attacks can be charged up, including this flame one, for instance. And I don't know if you caught that, but it did 80 points of damage. It was a fully charged headshot, so weak spot, fully charged. I don't know what that creature's actual elemental weakness is. I don't know if I just happen to grab the right element or not, or whatever. So the heavy bowgun did get gypped in the Silkbind side. The mobility thing is definitely worth it, but it's something you could have done if your weapon was put away. So I don't feel it was that unique. I'd like them to change out the X Silkbind. I don't see them doing it, but that's my preference. But overall, the heavy bowgun is definitely improved over Monster Hunter World. I'd like to see the additional ammos. I'd like to see how the builds you can do, but for right now, it looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. Anyway, this has been Jack with the Geek's Perspective. Y'all know the usual spiel. Like, subscribe, and share. Down below, you'll find all my social media stuff. You'll be able to hit up my Facebook, my Twitch, my Twitter, my Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, Patreon. That's the last one. But the most important detail in all this is, hey, please take care of yourself, all right?